Hi YouTube, it's Lena and the Beals, and we are here today with my empties. Yay! I apologize for them being late this month, but it's okay. So if you're tuning in for the first time, what I like to do is do my makeup first because that's what's really exciting. Then go into full size, travel size, and then at the end I save any like skincare foil samples, sheet masks, that sort of thing. So let's dig in. Here we have makeup. First I have the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. Mine was in the shade LC1. Wasn't honestly the greatest shade match for me, but I made do. The thing is, what I really hated about this and why I didn't scrape the inside of this as much as I could have is the, this thing, the doe foot. I could probably get another 1 to 2 applications out of here though. Like, it's not much that I left behind, but especially once the foundation isn't actually touching the doe foot anymore, it's a pain in the ass. And because they had to mix it to get it to be a little more correct, I was just done with it. It's not a formula I'm really in love with. This was my last non-cruelty free foundation, so I was very happy to finish it up. Alright, so next we have a powder. This is the Wet n Wild Coverall powder. I loved this for years. It kept me matte. I bought like 4 or 5 of them at once at one point because you could only get them on their website. But I don't buy from Wet n Wild no more, so I will find some kind of compact powder replacement, I'm sure. Speaking of Wet n Wild, this is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Highlight. It was just a little, when cushions were the rage for a hot minute in Western makeup. I really enjoyed it. It was actually a really pretty glow, but I don't even think they sell this anymore, and I don't buy from Wet n Wild anymore anyway, so don't feel the need to seek that out again. Something I would like to seek out again, except maybe buy it in a bigger size, is the Rebel Rouge Labs Stay Potion number 8. It is a setting spray. Now, this smells intensely of witch hazel, which I'm not surprised. It's literally the second ingredient, the first ingredient being purified water. In theory, I'm sure I could make this myself, but I'm lazy, so that's not gonna happen. Now, the last time I looked at Rebel Rouge Labs website, which is just their Etsy website, I think this was the only size they sold, and I went through this in about a month. That said, if they made a larger size, like a 4-ounce version, I would definitely repurchase. I just wouldn't want to have to buy a bunch of little bottles to get it there, but it did work. It did help keep me matte, so I really did enjoy it. Next is a lip balm. This is the Galactic Jello Gloss Balm. It does smell amazing. Like, that up there is just like the plastic that's sticking out now that I can't seem to get to go back down. But this wasn't the most moisturizing. Like, this is something that would be okay in the daytime, but I was using it at night to be overnight, and it wasn't perfect for that. So I don't know if I would repurchase. This is like an $18 lip balm. It's something that I would, if I went out and about during the day a lot more, it's something that I would enjoy having, like, probably not in my pocket. It's got a very jello consistency, honestly, that makes me think it would melt, but like keep it in my purse or something like that. If I had an office job, this would be a great like desk balm, but I don't think this is quite a good enough to be an overnight balm. I think you would need something a little more moisturizing. So if I had the opportunity to get it like half off or something, so like an Ipsy add-on, I probably would, but I wouldn't pay full price. I actually have a nail polish. This is the Essie Mini Polish in A-List. This was part of some Christmas pack that I bought years ago. I admit I used up like half of this to paint over the Kat Von D label on the foundation brush I got from BoxyCharm in March. So that's where a lot of it went, but I figure I'm still using it. Using it like that prevented me from having to go buy paint to do the same thing, so I don't see it as a waste. It is a really pretty color. So I did enjoy it on my nails when I used it on my nails, and I used it on my nails for me a lot. I don't paint my nails very often. My nails are bare right now because I still have to figure out how to get this last little bit of nail glue off. But I enjoyed it. A good red isn't that hard to find though. I'm sure I could find one in a cruelty-free brand, so I'm not too worried about that being gone from my life. This is the MAC Lip Glass Mini in Love Child. It's a very pretty, like, purpley color, but I'm sure I could find it in a cruelty-free formula. Have the Ico Rock Out and Lash Out Mascara in Beatnik Black, no less. I'm somebody that throws out mascaras every 3 months, even if they still have, like, product or if they're still wet. I have very sensitive eyes. I can't play with getting an eye infection like that. So that is why I'm very strict about that. I know not everybody follows that, and I know even on mascaras themselves, they say 6 months. But if I try to keep mascaras for past probably about the 3 to 4 month mark, they start irritating my eyes. So I just don't bother. Getting a inexpensive cruelty-free mascara is not that hard, and I have so many backups of mascara still in my life right now that I'm just not worried about necessarily trying to stretch them out. That said, this was a pretty good mascara. This is actually the first Ico mascara I've ever tried. I didn't love the wand though, like it's kind of weird shaped, like I showed earlier. Like it looks like it's supposed to be an hourglass, but it's too fat on one end for that to be like proper, so I don't think I would seek this out again, but it wasn't bad. Alright, so we have the Lancome Le Base Pro primer for the face, that's what I'm trying to say. Basic kind of silicone-y primer, no need to seek that out again. I don't even like heavily silicone primers. And I have 2 of these, but I was using them on days where I wasn't wearing a lot of makeup, so I went through them pretty fast. These are the Pure Correcting Primer, Illuminate and Glow. Unfortunately, they didn't have a lot of product in them. Like, one of these, I swear, started out like down to here. It had to. But they were nice and glowy and pretty on the skin to wear alone, so I enjoyed them. Would I seek these out? Not necessarily, but I wouldn't be mad if they showed up like as part of a swap or something. Again, that's how I got at least one of them, was like as a freebie and a swap. Alright, so we do have a makeup sponge. It's at its 4-month mark, so I figure now's probably time to let it go. This is the AOA Paw Paw sponge, the ones that are $1.55. I really enjoy them. I actually did a recent haul from them, which I will film that at some point, where I got like a 6-pack, so I don't have to worry about these anytime soon. They're nice and soft, they blend my foundation. They're $1.55. I can't be mad at that. That's when you buy them singly. When you buy them in a pack, you get a little bit of a discount. I do have some makeup samples in here. I just keep them in here for ease of organizing, really. I have, it looks like 5. I have an eyeshadow from Urban Decay. It's called Zodiac. It was a moon dust shadow. They discontinued these. It was a shimmery black. It was fine. I have the Estee Lauder Double Wear little foundation sampler card. I tried 1C1 Cool Bone. 1N1 is closer to my shade. And then I used the 4N1 to contour with, just to use up more than one of these. I actually like this foundation. It's a little high on the coverage for me, but it stays on my face all day. Unfortunately, Estee Lauder, not cruelty free. I have two things from Fenty. This is the Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and this is the Soft Matte Primer. I like the foundation. I actually have it in my correct shade now because I got it through BoxyCharm. This is 150. My shade is actually like 105. So I really do enjoy that. I am an oily skin gal. It works good well with my skin. It's just a little expensive, so I don't normally buy it. But when you get it through a sub, can't be mad. The primer, it feels nice on the skin, and it does work okay, but I don't find it to work spectacularly, so I don't know if I would purchase like a full size. I do have a mini travel size that I bought at one point though, so I liked it that much. Just, I don't think it's necessarily worth like the full $36 or whatever it is. And I do have a perfume sample. This is Acqua di Giorgia from Giorgio Armani. It was fine. I don't know, have we got some scent notes written anywhere on here? I don't think so. No, it doesn't. So just, I'll try to insert them right here, but It was fine, nothing that I would necessarily want to have. Alright, so first we have the Clairol Hair Food Moisture Hair Mask infused with honey apricot. This was really nice. Unfortunately, they don't sell it anymore, plus Clairol, not cruelty free, but it was good while it lasted. Here's the Dove Intensive Repair Shampoo and Conditioner. They worked fine. Not necessarily anything I will miss, so I'm not too worried about those. I did use up the Drunk Elephant TLC Happy Scalp Scrub. I actually use this primarily on my body because scalp scrubs don't tend to do much for me, although I will say this one at least didn't have the problem of me getting it into my hair because it had this little nozzle where I could actually like part my hair and squirt it out. Normally, one of my huge problems with scalp scrubs is that my hair is so thick I cannot get them down to my hair. But, I mean, it worked fine as a scalp scrub, but nothing I necessarily feel the need to add to my routine. But it says on the back that you can also use this as a body scrub, so I did just to kind of get it used up and gone, and it worked fine for that. It did not work okay at the time I used this after I shaved my legs, though. That burned. Because this is like AHA and BHA blend. I should have thought of that before I did it. No lasting damage, but it was very uncomfortable. Here is the Burt's Bees Facial Hydrating Mist with Aloe Water. This had such a strange smell to it. I had to put it in a project pan to get myself to use it up, but no, I wouldn't get this again. There's like some kind of weird herbally smell to it. Yeah, like I sat around for ages before I threw it in a project pan, and then even then, I wasn't the greatest at using it up. It took me forever. Something I did enjoy, even though I had thrown it in a project pan, it wasn't necessarily to get rid of it, it was because it fit a prompt. It is the Yensa Pumpkin Turmeric 2-in-1 Radiance Polishing Mask. I was a little scared of it at first because it has pumpkin in it, and I've had reactions to pumpkin in skincare in the past. Maybe because this only sits on your face for like 5 to 10 minutes, I didn't have that issue. But it worked really well. It was a nice kind of scrubby thing that you leave sitting on your face for a few minutes and then wash off. Really left my face feeling clean afterwards. I would really love to have this in my rotation again, honestly. I really enjoyed that. This is something I got from my mom for Christmas. It is the Sweet and Shimmer Sweet Pomegranate Bath Salts. Didn't do much more than had a light pomegranate scent. I wouldn't necessarily seek this out again, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm going to have to insert the exact name of these in here because I forgot to bring the box over that I specifically saved to talk about in my empties. But this is from Vimeo. I got this as an Ipsy add-on. These are like this is like a matte rescue ampule, but they come in these like 10 little bottles that say they are 1 use each. I got at least 2, but depending on how much you use, you could probably get 3. This is a product that if it just came in a regular bottle with a pump, I would happily repurchase. But in these little bottle things, no, I hated it. I hated it so much because I hated dealing with these little bottles. I had to like break them open, and I had to fight with them sometimes if I didn't get it right on the right spot to break. So no, just dealing with the packaging was not fun at all. And I feel like if it was in one bottle, I could control how much I was getting and it would last me longer. Oh, these little bottles aggravated the shit out of me. So I also counted these as 10 minis rather than one full size because it's literally 10 little bottles. So my numbers at the end, that is why there are a lot of minis. It's because of this. I have the Zany Laney Life Finds a Way spray with bergamot rain and shaving cream. This was based off of Jurassic Park. Smells like kind of like a clean man. I actually really miss this. I have the 111 Skin 3-Phase Anti-Blemish Booster. I know those of us that get like BoxyCharm and Ipsy Glam Bag Plus complain about this brand. And I do too sometimes because I think it's way overinflated price-wise. However, this was really good as like an essence in a acne treating skincare routine. I really enjoyed it for that. So I would purchase this again if it was an add-on in Ipsy or BoxyCharm. It does smell like acne medication though, I will say that. But if I purchased it during one of those, it would probably only run me like 20 bucks or less. And that, I think, especially considering you don't even get a full ounce, that I think is a good price for it. So I'm going to keep an eye out on like their sales that they do every month, either as an add-on or the pop-ups that the pop-ups that Glam Bag does a few times a year. I'm going to keep an eye on either the Ipsy add-ons or the BoxyCharm pop-ups that also happen a couple of times a year. And if this pops up in any of those and it's at a reasonable price, which I think is like 20 to 30 bucks tops, I would repurchase it. I just think 111 Skin way overinflates their prices. I have bath gloves from Amazon. They suck. They tear pretty easily. I don't recommend buying them from there. I bought them in like a 12 pack, so I'm going to have them for a while. Pixi Glow Tonic. I think it's nice as a toner, but I've never like seen huge results from it. So maybe it's because I have oily skin and the Glow Tonic is an exfoliating toner, which leans more towards seeing results in dry skin, but I still like it though, and I still use it whenever I get it like in these little minis and boxes or whatever, but I don't know if I want to pay Pixi prices for something that I don't necessarily see a huge improvement in. I have a bath bomb from Pretties for Your Face. I will insert a picture of it here. I love their bath bombs. I wish they made more of them. Right now, last time I looked, they didn't have that many on sale. But come summer, they might have a bunch more. That's when I purchased the last batch that I had. So definitely keeping an eye on their website for that. Have the Biore Baking Soda Pore Cleanser. I did really like this. My face felt clean afterwards without being like stripped. And I realized that my face can feel stripped and dried out, which was weird, but I found out that it can, so now I really can say this did not leave me feeling stripped, although I do have oily skin. Stripping my skin is really hard to do, at least I would think so, but I will miss this. It's not cruelty-free, so I won't be repurchasing. Here is the Foxy Bay 12-in-1 Magic Daily Leave-In Hair Mask. I initially thought this was like a wash-in, not a wash-in, but like a put-in, leave sit for like 20 minutes and then wash-out mask. That's not what this is. This is leave-in like it says on the bottle. I'm an idiot. But I did really enjoy it for what it was. I was trying to purchase something else from them through Ipsy. And I did get like their leave-in mask and I've been really enjoying it actually. And one packet of that does actually cover all of my hair. I was quite surprised. I thought, it's like, I'm gonna go through this so fast because they only give you like 8 little like packets of it in a box. And I was like, I'm gonna go through this so fast. No, it's not as bad as I thought. But I did enjoy this for my hair. I don't know if I would necessarily repurchase. Well, no, I don't really need to be buying too much hair crap anyway. I have so much, but it was really good. Speaking of hair crap, not in a bad way. This is the Not Your Mother's All Eyes on Me 10-in-1 Hair Perfector. I actually find this really comparable with the It's a 10 Leave-In Miracle Treatment. The problem is I can't find this anywhere. And I do think they still sell it. Like, I can still find a price for the full size online really easily and everything. I just think it's one of their products that's not necessarily carried like in Walgreens or Walmart. But, so that kind of annoyed me. Because I thought if this was going to be really easy to purchase, and it's like way cheaper than the It's a 10, this could be my replacement for that. But if it's hard to purchase, then what am I supposed to do? If I could figure out where I can buy that from, I would repurchase. It's just a matter of figuring out where to buy it from. Tresemme Volumizing Dry Shampoo. It was fine. Nothing I'm going to miss. We have the hand sanitizer that I got from Rouse's that I kept in my husband's car. Worked great. I would repurchase if I was low again, but I haven't been low on hand sanitizer in quite a while now. It's pretty easy to get now. Here is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. I do like this. It's like just a regular moisturizer, but I don't think to put on like an extra topper after my moisturizer, so it took me forever to use this up before I just broke down and used it up as a moisturizer. It does smell amazing, like watermelon, so I love it for that alone, and it does moisturize my skin. It does have the consistency of snot. Just throwing that out there. Here is the I Do Care Bright Side Up Brightening Vitamin C Serum. I did enjoy this. I went through this kind of fast, but it's not horribly expensive to buy a full size, which I believe is a full ounce. I think it's like 25 bucks. And I'm pretty sure it would take me through at least 3 to 4 months to go through that, so I might repurchase this. I did really like the consistency. And finally, before I get into like sheet masks, I have the Jason Dandruff Relief Shampoo. I love this stuff. As I'm keeping all my empties this year, I suspect that I will have like 3 or 4 of these at the end of the year to show you guys, because I use it every time I wash my hair. It's a great cruelty-free dandruff shampoo. The only place I can find it on is like on Amazon, and I'm sure like iHerb and stuff carry it too, but like I've never been able to find that in store. So here's our sheet masks. I don't have as many this month. I do have some eye ones though, so that kind of puts the thing back up. But all of these eye ones are the same. I started putting these with my makeup. I've been forgetting to do it recently, but so the idea is when I put on my makeup, I should put one of these on while I'm doing especially like my eye makeup, because not only does it like depuff my eyes, it catches eyeshadow fallout. These in particular are the Orchid Skin Elastic Underyouth Eye Patches, which they're really nice. They actually stay in place, because that would only work with eye patches that stay in place, unlike some of them that just slide down your face as soon as you move. These are specifically made to stay in one spot. They actually like stick a little bit. So these are really good. I do recommend them. Here we have the Candy O Lady Mystic Potion Candy Mask. This was fine. Nothing I would necessarily seek out again, but fine. We have a 111 Skin Rose Gold Brightening Facial Treatment Mask. This is like one of those solid gel masks. I do really like those, but this is overpriced. Here we have the Cream Shop Green Tea Face Mask for $1. These are great. The sheet itself is a little on the thick side, but it's literally $1, so I understand that some cost cutting has to be made. Let's see. We have a Nature's Friend all-natural mask sheet in Hotuina. I can't say it. Cordata. This was nice. The Soap and Glory, the Fab Pore Refining Mask. This is particularly great in the summer because something in here, I think it's the tea tree, mint, and eucalyptus all combining together, makes this freezing cold. And we have the Pure Derm Deep Purifying Black O2 Bubble Mask, which is the thing that actually dried out my face to the point where it made it feel really tight. I don't want that in my life, because if you could do that to my skin, gah. So that is it. So I will include all of my numbers at the end where I break down how much skincare, hair care, full size, all of that. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, the girl who slept the entire time, and I do really appreciate it. And we will see you later. Bye.